There is no division between the soul and the consciousness. What we call the soul is not a hidden object inside us, but simply another way of describing the universal consciousness that flows through everything. The sense of separation comes from culture, belief, and thought, but reality itself is whole. When soul and consciousness become one, nothing new is created. Instead, the illusion of distance dissolves. We see clearly that we were never divided in the first place. Consciousness has always been the ground of our being, the life behind every thought, every sensation, every breath. The body and the mind are not separate from it. They are its direct expression. This realization is radical. It breaks down the walls the ego builds to protect its sense of control. The idea of an inside me and an outside world is revealed as a mental trick. Consciousness is not trapped in the head. It is the living existence itself. Once we see this, the question changes. It is no longer, do I have a soul, but rather, how do I express the universal consciousness that I already am? The experience of oneness is both liberating and demanding. Liberating because fear loses its grip. Death, loss, and loneliness no longer hold the same weight when we realize there is only one continuous flow of life. Demanding, because there is no one else to hand responsibility to. There is no higher power controlling from outside. The same force that moves the stars is the force that speaks and acts through us. We are the very thing we once searched for. As soul and consciousness merge, our relationship with others also changes. Other people are no longer other. They are different faces of the same ground of being. This naturally transforms ethics. To harm another is to harm oneself, because the boundary between me and you was never real. Love is not something we give or receive. It is the natural state of a reality where everything is one. The main obstacle to this truth is our attachment to roles and stories. We identify with our name, our history, our personality. But the true nature of soul is not bound to any story. When the story falls away, nothing essential is lost. Instead, there is freedom. The freedom to be the pure presence that was always here. This is not philosophy. It can be experienced directly. It requires the courage to face ourselves beyond the masks we wear. And when we do, the search itself comes to an end. Soul and consciousness are revealed as one, and the seeker disappears into the reality that has been here all along. To live from this insight is to live truthfully. Life does not suddenly become perfect, but our perspective changes completely. Small conflicts, fears, and desires lose their grip. The focus shifts from proving something to simply expressing what is. Existence becomes less about struggle and more about flow. We no longer feel locked inside an isolated soul. We are the conscious movement of life itself. When soul and consciousness become one, the question, who am I, dissolves. The answer is lived in every breath, every step, every heartbeat. We are consciousness itself, wearing form for a time, inseparable from the whole.